guys. Welcome to another edition for Manchester United. Uh, on Thursday, they did a great thing for us by giving us something we never expected because nobody respects Manchester United to did a comeback at the extra time of that particular match between Manchester United versus Lyon. But today, they did something great by giving us a victory that it was unexpected, and very kudos to Casemiro and also to Harry Maguire for the great display, also to Bruno Fernandes. We really appreciate him for that, for what he did to us, and to how the whole player that played for Manchester United. They did something we never expected. We really appreciate that, and also a thanks to our coach Amori for the great change he did in the second half extra time. It was something good for that, and we really love that. So today we are talking about the match against tomorrow against Manchester United versus Wolverhampton. Yeah, I would love Amori to start this match by using the young keys, like for the striking position. I would love him to use Obi to strike, try to bench those players because most of them will have a dead leg, and we need to win the Europa League because this is where we are going. We need to win the Europa League for us to go to the Champions League next season. So if Amori would love, it would be best for him to raise some player like Bruno Fernandes. Some of these players that are coming from the injuries should play tomorrow matches. Like someone like Mount, someone like Shaw, someone like Mino. All these players should play for tomorrow matches because it will help this player that have been playing previously to gain to have some rest and be able to play the next match against the Europa match against Atletico Bilbao, which is coming in a few days time. So for me, I will prefer Onana to only start the match, to be best Onana start the match. Then it goes with Yuri at the left. Then Anas also by the attacking side of the left winger, with Shaw at the back of the defense. Then to me, I prefer to have Lindelof at the central defensive midfielder because with that we keep Harry Maguire fit for the European League because this is the only place we are having a great chance for us to go for Champions League next season. Because you guys can also remember that our opponent for the for the Europa League is Atletico Bilbao, and these guys are great. They have full attacking speed, the like of the Williams brothers, Nicolas Williams and his brothers. Then these guys are good, and for us to meet up to their standard, we need to rise some of this player so that we can able to play very good football that very day. Yeah, Amori, I know Amori is trying to make sure that yes, he gets this player into full fit. But there's something I observe in Amori football or his coaching style. This guy I think is not good with when the team is so big, with big team. He's a coach that prefer small small group of player, in the sense that he's good in managing small team, small group of player than when the team is so large as a whole. Because if you observe when there were a lot of injuries in the team, the team was a little bit good. But when the injured players start coming back into the fold, then Hammond start having a lot of problem, who to raise, who to play, who not to play. So we also understand that these are most of the problem coaches do have. But in Harmony regime, I've always seen that he's not a coach that is good with great player. He's a coach that is good with just a little bit of player and want to make a perfect team with that. And I'm not saying it's good, but I think this is his own style of play. We just have to respect him for that. So, but to me, it is time for him to bring these kids, these under 21, these young boys from the feeders team, up to the first team 11 for tomorrow matches, and the matches for the for the Premier League going on forward. Because all these matches for the Premier League, these matches are not that important for us if we are to go to the Champions League. Because if you check where we are in the table, we are not going anywhere in Champions League at all. So we prefer him to start this case and a little bit of the senior team, those coming back from injury, to blend with them and keep the team stable. But for the Europa League, we prefer him to start the main senior boys, the people like Bruno Fernandes and others. Yeah, these are the team. These are the people we need. So for tomorrow, just as I said, I've mentioned the defensive lineup. So for the midfield, I would still love him to start Copimano tomorrow, as even as a eight. But for the four, for the as a eight, but for the six, as for the defensive midfielder, Ugarte can also start tomorrow beside him. Why Mount should go up front as the 10, one of the 10, then Mount and Garnacho can also start up front, which is also be better. Then with this guy Obi should be as the top striker for us. Then people like Hoodlong can always be on the bench, maybe just to play 30 minutes so they will be also be fit. But for me, these are the best team for us for tomorrow because we are not gaining or losing anything from the Premier League anymore. We've come to a stage where Premier League is nothing for us. I remember when Jose Mourinho was in Manchester United when we won the Europa League. This was what he did because he just find out that guys we can't do anything to get a top four. So our focus should just be on the Europa League. So I will give the keys this Premier League for them to fight for it, play their best, make name for themselves. Then for the Europa League, I'll get the guys doing the best thing for us. And this was how he won it for us. And we are all happy. So I think if Hamori will do that same thing tomorrow, it will be a great way for us to make an impact. And it will bring success to Manchester United. Because if the team we are facing right now, the Premier League is not something we are fighting for. We are not fighting for a trophy. We are not fighting for a top 10. We can't fight for even a top 4. We can't even fight for top 6 with the matches left. So, but if you leave those matches and decide to go for the keys with them, it will be better for us to have the Europa League as our main goal for the Champions League. Because for us to have a success season this year, we need to win the Europa League or for us to go to the Champions League. And for us to sign good player next season, we also need to win the Champions League. Because no player want to play for Manchester based on what they play this season is something not to write home about. So for us to go to the Champions League, sign good player that has names, we need to win the champion. We need to win the Europa League for Champions League next season. So for me, this was just my starting 11, and I would love Manchester United to go to that way. Okay, I have somebody that want to. There is a question live. Let me see.
Yes. Hello, bro.
Hello.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I would love. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright, bro. I'm fine.
Okay. So, what is your prediction for tomorrow match? Your lineup.
Uh, my lineup or my prediction?
No, your lineup, your lineup.
Yeah, well, my lineup. Well, I think I'll expect Amorim to rest some players, even if the Europa League semi-final is not next week. But I think I want him to rest some players because tomorrow match, even if we lose or draw, it's even if we draw, we get a draw, it's really not a problem. So some key players should be rested. So I think the goalkeeper, um, Bainde should be given the opportunity.
Yeah,
And for the three defense, well, he can still use maybe Lindelof
yeah. As a central defender, at the central
as a
defense.
central defense. Yeah, central defense, Lindelof. Then uh, maybe Mazraoui and Euro still, since we really don't have much options. We have injured players.
Why?
And then,
Do you want?
okay, I say,
Sorry. Do you want what's his name? Masharawi to play
yeah,
the right side of the left wing back
yes,
or
yes.
the right side?
No, he should play the right side.
So
Yes, he
what
should
about the
play the
left
right
side?
side.
Who should play the left side?
The left side, I think Euro should play there. Euro can do well there.
Well, I know, but we, to me, okay, I understand that would be better. But what happened to Shaw?
Sure. Okay, yeah. Okay, good, good. There, I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just reminded me. Any of them could be substituted for sure. That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, Shaw should be included. Maybe Shaw, Mazraoui, and then Lindelof. Then instead of Dogu, maybe Hariamas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy is doing good game, and he has a
Yes,
good
he's doing good.
and he has a
Then
good
Meno.
cross.
Yes, exactly. So Meno just got in. So Meno can start. Um, Messi Mount can start. Say maybe well, Casemiro. Say Casemiro and Casemiro and Mino. Yeah, Casemiro and Mino for the
Defensive
defensive midfield.
midfielder.
Yeah, I think he should give Bruno Fernandes a good rest.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
think he should give Bruno Fernandes a good rest. Hoyland can strike. He has really achieved nothing for us. So maybe Hoyland, yeah, honestly, Hoyland, Garnacho, and Mount for the attack. I know if we go with this lineup, we might likely lose against Wolves for sure. but I just wanted to raise these players because to me, the Europa League is our target, and Bilbao, they are a very good and strong side.
Exactly,
Honestly,
exactly.
Bilbao are very. I wish we were the one that got Bodo glimpse. Like Tottenham, they are just lucky. They've gone to the final.
Even I just wish that we won. Rangers won Bobao. It would be more great for us.
ER would have scaled through exactly, exactly. But it's just crazy. Why do we have to get Bilbao? They are very good. Those
Yeah,
guys are good. I, I just pray if we have to scale through, we have to be at our best. Not this kind of performance against Leon, honestly, because Bilbao is not like Leon. If we that kind of chance, we won't get it against Bilbao. Those
no.
guys are good.
Isca come back and do it
So
once
that's
in every season or in every decade.
exactly.
It can't repeat himself twice.
Exactly. So, well, like tomorrow game, no expectations, whatever it is. I predict a draw. I don't even predict a Man U win, despite it's Old Trafford. I think as a Man U fan, first of all, I'm very happy with our coach. I like the coach. I believe he's the right man for the job because of his passion for the game, his passion for Man U, his passion for his job, not just the club. His passion for his job. He has that good passion. If you look at him, he doesn't look relaxed. He's always anticipating that win. Even when you see him at the touchline, he's always restless.
Yeah,
So I'm very okay with the coach, very satisfied. I'm just looking on to next season.
But
when
have you noticed something? Sorry to cut you in. Have you noticed
yeah, that's
something
all right.
that the Amory is like is to me? I see him as a coach that is not too good in a team that is as big as Madrid, for example, or
Okay.
let's say like Chelsea, for example. He can handle a big team of a lot of calibers of player. He's like a coach that can just handle a small team with a little bit. I what I mean,
Yeah.
the players are not that much.
Okay.
So
No. Okay.
like
The
if I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, right?
I
Like
I do I do like handle a team with good quality of players. Yeah.
no, like quality, like like for example, if you take like Chelsea, for example, they have like up
Yeah.
to like 20 something or 30 something players in their teams.
Yes.
So Amory,
Yes.
like it, Amory as someone I've seen so much, is not like a team, like a coach that can handle such type of player. He's like a coach that can handle a team that has like 23 player, 20 player, so that
Okay. Well.
he can just see the quality of them very well and make use of
Yeah.
this quality.
Okay. The thing is, I think every coach, especially when you've coached a club in a good league, you've played Champions League football, you have Champions League experience as a coach.
Yeah,
You should be able to handle because every coach would always have his preferred choice.
sure, sure.
You know, probably their style of play or whatever it is. The players' style of play. They always have a preference. So I see Amorim as someone that it's just unfortunate because of the situation at Man U at the moment. He took over a very shitty club, very very. So it's really not his. I don't for this season. I'm not rating Man U nothing. I'm just being patient until next season because
Exactly.
I strongly believe that summer we will go for good players, get
Yeah.
good players in the into summer transfer. You
But
know,
but at least
But
if we love to get such player, our target should win. We should win the Europa League.
exactly. If we can win the Europa League and qualify for the Champions League automatically, then we should be able to attract big players. And I think this is what Ineos and Jim Radcliffe should really, they should think about investing more. I know, this scare and blah blah blah, everything. It happened with Ten Hag and all that. So we want to be careful and not spend much money. But I can understand all that, but they really need to put that aside and invest in this guy
Yeah,
because Ten Hag. I never liked, why Ten Hag was in. You could see his method, and I never liked Ten Hag. I wasn't a Ten Hag fan. Honestly, I
the guy
wasn't a
is
Ten
so
Hag
scared.
fan.
He's so scared of attacking. Yeah,
Yeah, you
he
understand.
want
So
he, ha-
even his
he want to play attacking football, but he's also scared of playing that kind of football.
even see his speeches are very, his speeches is something else. When he'll tell you that, he's already bringing the club down, letting the media know that we cannot do this. This is not the standard of Man U. There's no ounce of positivity from him. And before he brag about winning FA Cup, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
This is not. He's just crazy.
I think where
So
the board get it wrong was calling him back to start this season with us.
yeah,
They did the wrong decision over there.
very
They
wrong.
would have just let him go immediately when that season end and get a new coach and let's start with it. But bringing Tehan back into the team then was just the wrong decision they did.
That was the mistake. Even in a recent interview, Jim Radcliffe had with I think
Rue
Gary
Ferdinand.
Neville,
No, Rue Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, yeah,
Yeah, Rue
yeah,
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand exactly. He said the mistake was giving Ten Hag back the job. That was the mistake. Honestly, that was a mistake. So Amorim took over a very shitty club. The state of the players, everything, the players are just so lackadaisical, no seriousness and everything. It's just now that Amorim is trying to instill that seriousness in them, and at least we can see a bit of that. Even if he's not there yet, because he needs some other players that will come in and make a competition cause the
Exactly.
competition with these other players. That's the thing because these other ones now is as if they've been too familiar with themselves. They know themselves, so they can act anyhow they like, and then you still have the bad eggs like Rashford that still get to corrupt other players. I
There's
don't.
some
That's why it's
there's
yeah,
something I observed in Manchester United play style, because if you observe recently, if you watch
yeah,
if you watch that Lyon match, for the
yeah,
whole full 90 minutes of play, even
yeah,
when we draw the match, when we are drawing the full 90 minutes, Manchester
yeah,
United never threw a cross to the top nine, to the Lyon Bussetin, to the
yeah.
18-yard box.
Ireland.
There were no
Okay.
crosses along that match for the full 90 minutes. It was okay for the, let's say for the full 75 minutes when Ulion was playing. There were no crosses. Even in other
Yeah,
matches, I observed that there were no crosses. But when we started losing towards the extra time second half, when we started losing, that was
yeah.
when Harry Maguire came in as the top nine with
Start making
Mino.
crosses.
They started making
Yeah,
crosses. So my question is, why are they not crossing for the first 90 minutes? Must they wait before they start doing crosses? Because
exactly. You see,
football is a miss. If you want to attack, you don't attack just one pattern. You attack in a miss form
different pattern. Exactly.
so
Yeah,
you can convince your opponent or deceive them that okay, I'm coming through this way. You see me this way. That is how football should be played. But why are you playing crosses when we are losing?
exactly. You see, Amorim's pattern of football. It's very very different from what other coaches have had in mind for a while now. Amorim's pattern is more like a transition game. Defensive and attack at the same time. But he needs his 2 and 3 to be very active, and also attacking minded. So we don't have that yet, and that's why most of those things are happening. I can't even really say that because if Dalo wants to cross the ball, he can cross the ball. If Dogu wants to cross the ball, he can cross the ball. But for a reason,
None of them
you
is doing
know,
that.
I
None of them is doing that. And
exactly.
they
So
just want to play the ball through the down by making a lot of passes to
yeah,
bring the ball into the 18-yard box of the opponent. And we are not
yeah.
Arsenal, we are not Barcelona, we are Manchester United. We are like, to me, I see Manchester United like as Real Madrid in Spain, because
Of course,
we are that
Ama
kind.
is yes, we are that level.
We are Real Madrid of Spain today, but
Yes,
irrespectively that what happens this season, that we are a shit club. To everybody in the whole world, we are the Madrid of Spain today, because
yes,
when you call Manchester United of England and call the Madrid
yes,
of La Liga, both clubs are on the same level. And when
yes.
you
We've achieved a lot. Exactly.
and
The,
when you
the,
yeah, and when you see the play pattern of Real Madrid, yes,
yeah,
yes, they love want to. Every team started building up attack from the ground. Nobody build up attack from the up. But at the same time, when you are in the 18-yard post of the team and you pass ball around from the left wing to the right wing, you return it back to the midfield, return it back. At the same time, you want to deceive the team by making that type of cross which Casemiro did to Harry Maguire,
yes,
just make even a short player. If you check, there was a time they did that type of cross in Lyon where Mino wanted to nod the ball and he was not able to
yes,
get the nod. He was able because he was a short player. But this guy is taller
yeah.
than him. What is his name? Holland.
Ireland.
Holland was taller
Yeah.
than him. If you check Real Madrid Arsenal, when they bring in this Brazilian striker in, when they substituted Mbappe,
Martinelli. Yeah.
when they
Yeah.
substituted Mbappe, they bring in this
Okay. Yeah. Hendrick. Yeah.
Pedri. They did Barcelona did that same cross. Madrid did that same type of cross to that same guy
Yes.
because the guy was too short and that defender was too tall. The guy wasn't able to get the ball. But
Get
yes,
the ball.
the guy is just learning. He's like 18 years old or 20 years old. He's just learning.
Yeah.
He's just learning his own pattern. But I expect Manchester United to change the attacking play. You don't just play always on the ground foot. Yeah, football is being on the ground foot, but sometimes you change the pattern to up because you need your player you need to deceive some of this player that okay, Manchester United want to play full attacking football as from the ground. Even if you check this team, like for example, Arsenal, they are
Yeah.
good in hard ball. They're also good in down ball. But this season, we've not scored and held them up to 10 goals this season.
When I look at Amorim's time at Sporting and his achievements, you can give a good clap to that because he had that set of players that he could really work with and that would do on the pitch the things he has taught them
To do.
outside the pitch or in training. Now, these players, well, Amorim is still getting to get the best out of them and get familiar with them and everything, you know. Because I just wonder why someone like Ganacho would always want to hang on the ball and shoot.
Exactly.
Just shoot off target, whatever it is, and not pass the ball. So I think I don't know because I can't categorically say Amorim would not tell them to pass the ball. No, but sometimes these players, I really don't know what gets into their head, and they become so selfish. So
Well,
that is one of the problem
more especially
in
when
that attack, in that Man U's attack. That's the problem. There's no unity of passing the ball. One person wants to hang on to the ball, and at the end of the day, they give wrong passes. If one gets the ball, you immediately seize the chance. If somebody is making a move, you pass the ball. If the other person is making a move, you pass the ball. That's the best thing. Just like Ganacho did immediately during that Lyon's game. The first few minutes attack. And then they crossed the ball to Ganacho and immediately he passed the ball and Ugarte slotted it in. As simple as that. So
yeah,
that's what you need to learn. If you can get that flow in the attack, because for now it's only Bruno Fernandes that tries to give all those passes. I just thank God for that guy. I wonder where man would have been today. He's the only one that tries to give that pass and all that and all that. But the others, they are just being selfish. It's just crazy.
I
No
remember.
matter it's not that we don't have a replacement,
Yeah,
but
because
Garnacho is one of our biggest problems
I
in
remember.
that attack.
I remember
But we
that
don't have a
pass,
choice.
the pass you just said, Ugarte score. That I
Yeah,
remember when Sir Alex Ferguson was still Manchester United manager. That was one of the
yeah,
passes Patrick Evra does always by bringing the ball back into the 18-yard box for the
exactly.
striker or
And
for
giving
the
it to someone.
or to the midfielder, those box to box midfielder, for them to shoot
Yes,
accurate shots. The like of Cosco's and Gary Fletcher,
Carrick and
Carrick,
the rest of them.
and
Yes,
Agri. Even we were running back then when Rooney was playing 10
yeah,
or 9 and 8 at the back of the striker. These were the people doing that for us. But all of a
yeah.
sudden, Manchester United stopped doing such play, and we are just moving from one direction. Take all the ball straight to the post, and let
It's
what
just it's
and
it's
let
just crazy. The thing is, we I just pray we we go through with Bilbao.
exactly.
And you see, there's this pattern Arsenal played Mad played with Madrid, and luckily it was Madrid's home first. It was Arsenal's home first anyway,
Yeah,
but that doesn't really matter. But then this pattern of more of the massive attack and massive defense and massive attack.
yeah.
So if we're able to use that against, it's just that we're just still not good at the front. I don't know what the problem is with Hoylon. And I think if Amorim can really forget about Hoylon, it's just maybe the ability of him to hold the ball. But bring this Chidobe Martins.
Exactly.
Just try that guy.
That was what I'm
Just try
saying.
that guy is hungry. Just try him. Because if we're able to play that massive defense and massive attack with Bilbao, it will really help, which is what Madrid did with Arsenal.
Yeah,
You know, it will really help. So if Amorim can get that guy, that Chidobe Martins, try him. Maybe even against Wolves, start him full time. Make some experiments. But I still understand Amorim. Right now, Amorim is scared. He just needs to hold on to something.
Right.
That's one of the
See,
that's
this
one of the things people don't understand.
we are not yet to lose. We are not losing. We are not gaining. It's like a
Yeah,
season where we are just we are just in a slate sheet. Nothing is going on.
exactly,
We are not moving
exactly.
forward. We are not moving backward. Like to me, I would just prefer tomorrow match. Ulo should just be bench. See,
Yes,
there's something I like about football. If you start a match from the first beginning of the match, and you
yes,
start learning your player once immediately you are coming in, like when the game started, you start learning the
yeah,
player, knowing all your position. Like this guy now, that Obi Martins, that small boy.
yes,
To me, I would not prefer that guy to come from the bench because he's still a kid and
yeah. Start.
still learning those guys.
Yes,
So he
yes,
should start the match so that he will able to know his position. Because
exactly.
if you check the match against Fulham, when he has like up to six attack,
Yes,
that was so good. Out of those few minutes left in that match, imagine when you
yes.
give him a full 90 minutes to make
If full
a,
90 minutes,
or full
if he
70
starts,
minutes if he
yes.
starts. At least he's going to create a little, even I'm not expecting him to score. I don't want, even though he's not scoring for us, it's not a problem. But there's this
But
thing
put pressure on that attack.
exactly
At
when
least
he
he can run. So because he can be, they can create through passes for him that he can
exactly
run towards, and he's fast. He's still young. He can so he can really cause some trouble in that attack.
because do you know that
So that's the thing.
sometimes I do wonder where which foot Hoodland is playing with. No. To be frankly
That's
speaking, I do sometimes when I see him on the pitch, I do ask myself, is this guy playing with is he a left footer or a right footer? And I have to go to his bio to check which feet he's using. Because most of the time he's always having the ball on his right leg. Not on
yes.
his he's always having the ball on his weak feet, not on his strong feet. So why are you having the ball on your weak feet? I don't understand.
The Oiland has lost confidence completely. He has lost confidence completely that even if he's on a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, he's likely to still not score that goal. He has lost confidence completely. And it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. Such player, the best thing is to sell them. There's nothing that can be done.
Exactly.
You know.
No. Fulham need to leave Manchester United season when
Definitely he needs to.
he just need to leave. Or if you don't want to
He
leave,
has he
he can go
has
to loan and rest. And we get
go
good
on loan
striker.
or just be sold. No
Yeah.
need to even still keep all these players around. Just sell them. Sell them and create, chance for fresh players to come in. Let it be a new team, a rebranded team. That's what Manchester United needs. You
Because
know.
Maya has been a team we all love so much, and
Because I don't understand.
we are
He
yet
gets the opportunity all the time. Amorim feels like he doesn't have a choice because I know that okay, Amorim is a bit desperate. He needs a win. Every win for Amorim counts. Just one win, because it gets so depressing and so frustrating that as a manager, you just got in and you're facing this trauma, no win. Every match seems like you're going to
to
lose.
lose it.
You're going to lose. So at the time, you become desperate as a manager. You just play everything you have, or you feel that is the best for you to just get a win. You wouldn't even want to think that there's some players that you can give the chance from the this from the academy or whatever it is because you're desperate. There are records of how many matches all lose. So that's the problem with Amorim right now. He's not even that confidence in him. Like these guys can do this, so he's just being desperate. So that's why I feel he's not giving this other boys a chance to prove themselves. Because at least he tried it. Well, I wish he can just keep trying it because he tried it with this Iden Heaven, and that guy was wonderful.
Man, that guy was like
My goodness, that guy was
that guy was like
wonderful.
a
I was surprised.
professional footballer before coming to from Arsenal to Manchester United.
Exactly, I was really surprised.
I
I was
never
like,
believed
wow,
that guy went left Arsenal for just free of charge. I never believed that.
this I was surprised. The guy is at his age. no, little experience, and he's that good.
When I,
So
when I
I just feel like
when
he
that guy
should
was
just.
when that guy was playing, I just see him as irrespective that this guy is good. What is his name? Martinez. I just see him
Yes,
as a good replacement for Martinez if Martinez is leaving anytime.
exactly,
It's like he's a
exactly.
good replacement for him. He's a
I
good.
just I just hope Amorim. I can't just wait. I just want us to go through, get to the final of the Europa. If we meet Tottenham, at least I know I'm not scared. I'm even more scared of Bilbao than Tottenham. You know, so
All
it's
right.
just
So what is your scoreline for tomorrow match?
my scoreline for tomorrow match. I think I'll predict a 1-1 draw. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Same with me because that was what I have in mind. Because
yeah, a 1-1 draw.
I don't see Man U winning tomorrow.
No, I really don't see Wolves. Wolves are they are good. They've been fantastic. This few weeks they've been fantastic. I think they've had, for how many matches they've played, for about 5 matches or so. They've had fantastic games. So
Exactly.
I don't see Man U winning Wolves tomorrow. Wolverhampton, I don't see Man U winning them.
All right.
They're really going to put up a strong fights.
Exactly. And they have this physicality. They have physicality.
Very physical, and they play transition football. They are quick to release the pass. They don't hang on balls, so so it might be really confusing and difficult for Man U. So,
Oh,
but whether we lose, whether we win or draw, we are not going to be relegated.
exactly.
You know, so that's just have few matches remaining. I think about 6 matches or so. So we are
exactly.
not going to be relegated.
We don't have
No
anything to
matter what.
lose. We don't have anything to lose.
No, we don't. Yeah. So, but we shouldn't risk Bruno Fernandez
No, no,
for
no.
tomorrow.
We're
We
not playing.
just hope
I don't. I
Amorim.
pray we're not playing tomorrow. I pray so. I just pray
Yeah,
so. I just pray
they
so.
shouldn't. He shouldn't. He should just rest Bruno Fernandez full time. Not even don't even involve him later on or whatever.
All
So
right.
that's
Thank you
it's
so
all good.
much.
You'll be live tomorrow. Yeah. So we can.
I'll be live tomorrow during the match.
Okay,
Then
that's fine. That's all right.
yes. All
That's all
right.
right.
Take care of
All right.
yourself.
Yeah. Good night, bro. Yeah.
All right. Thank you everyone for today. We'll see back tomorrow at when Manchester United kick off tomorrow. By the time here it will be 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we'll see tomorrow morning. I wish Manchester United success tomorrow, and even if it is a draw, it will be great for us. I'm not going for a win, but a draw, I'll be so happy for a draw. Thank you so much for everyone that joined me on this studio. I wish you have a very happy Easter Sunday. Bye.